Cominciamo i controlli. Tettuccio, chiuso e bloccato, spina tolta, maniglia in sede, comandi liberi. Freni su, flap take off, trim per il decollo, freno parcheggio tolto, JPT su off, selettore su tip, anti-skid su off. Orizzonti e giro bussola 059 in prua, 059 la display. Bianchi e colorati inseriti, passa reset. 60 speed off. Riga la Pony 01 pronto decollo. Quando vuoi.
Well, good morning everybody. I know you are all disappointed because this is not what you expect to jump on the scene after such a striking video, just maybe a young, tall, blonde guy with blue eyes. Unfortunately, the good-looking criteria was not included in Freccia Tricolori recruitment process yet. Yeah, after me, they had two. So Freccia Tricolori pilot for you are a lot better than me right now. That's why I always to bring this with me. Otherwise, nobody would believe that it was me flying with the Freccia. This is my helmet. This is real. It's not fake. I didn't buy it, last night. I'm gonna put it here. And, I have also to say that it always happens that sometimes I'm doing speeches and at the end of my speech, people is coming and Commander, may I take a picture with you, please? And I proudly go like this, of course you can. And they tell me, not with you, with the helmet. So the helmet is a lot more famous than me. But anyway, I can be serious too, don't worry. Who is Massimo Tammaro? I am a lucky guy, I consider myself a very, very lucky person. I am a dreamer. I am, a young guy that dreamt to be a fighter pilot, so I became a fighter pilot. Then I've been lucky again because I joined the Italian aerobatic team, the Freccia Tricolori. I've been there from 98 to 2010. You have to know that Freccia Tricolori is the largest team in the world. 10-ship formation, flying 2 meters apart, 600 kilometers per hour at very, very low altitude. I've been pilot, wingman, formation leader, so the guy responsible for the display, and then the commander of this team. You have to know that commander of the Freccia is like a CEO. Unfortunately, he doesn't fly anymore. He's just taking care of the full organization of the Freccia. That has a clear mission to represent the Italian system abroad. It happened in my career that, for example, I had to deal with Gaddafi, because Prime Minister at the time was Berlusconi. They sent us to Libya for a diplomatic mission, because that was the reason why Freccia Tricolori exists, to represent Italy. After that, I've been lucky again, because I had a call and I joined Ferrari. I left the Air Force and I joined Ferrari. I've been there for 7 years, till last year. So I resigned for the armies. My mother wasn't that happy because, the government employee was gone. And I joined Ferrari, been there. I've been working 2 years in the Formula 1 team, so traveling around the world again. Then I've been working in the HR department. And finally, I created from zero, that has been a huge experience, the enterprise risk management function, and I became the corporate risk manager of Ferrari till last summer when I resigned from Ferrari to create my own advisory company. That experience has been huge because I was dealing with, very, very important risk companies, like, of course, economical, operationals, but most of all, reputational, and those risks that we used to call risk of the strategies. So dealing with what-if scenarios and the future of the strategy of the company. Of course, I'm not here to teach, you know. I'm here just to share my experience, my point of view, what I've been learning from this experience. But please trust me, everything I will tell you comes from my real life experience. It's not a book. And I was managing and leading a team that was dealing with life every day. So I agree with professors, it's not easy to become a leader. It's something you cannot buy. But there's a lot you can do to be a better leader. And this comes from experience. So I will share this experience, my point of view on how we should become leaders to create a sustainable future. And with this, what will be the cost we have to pay today to have a sustainable future? Okay? Well, it may be a surprise, but it's about values. When you fly that kind of activity and you risk your life every day, there must be values in your corporate culture, the way we behave, the modus vivendi of our team, of our company. And two of the most important are, number one, respect. We should respect each other, but we have to remember, you have to remember, we do not respect a person because he dresses like me. Respect is not about that. Respect is the way we behave. The way we are able to express respectfully, accept a different opinion respectfully. Another very important value is trust. Trust is a huge word. It's very difficult to achieve, very easy to lose. It happened to me to hear someone, I don't trust a colleague, then you go and ask him, why don't you trust him? Because he doesn't know him. But trust, again, it's not about the way we dress. It's not about sharing the same hobby, liking the same kind of pizza. This is not trust. Most of all, trust is not about agree on everything, sharing always the same idea. Please, if you have a friend that tells you that you are always right, ask yourself a question. If you will have a collaborator, a colleague that never raises his hand to say his opinion, you have a problem. Either he doesn't have a brain, either he's a yes man, either he doesn't care. You want people capable to respectfully express their idea in your team to create a good team, the best soft environment, the one that will lead you to a decision-making process capable to take good decisions, to face disruption, to adapt to changes, or even to be the innovation. Create a sustainable future. If I have a problem with ladies, I can't find a lady, and I go to my friends and I complain. Ladies do not understand me. It will be easier for them to tell me, well, Massimo, yeah, you're right, they do not understand you. You are fine. The real friend will respectfully and tactfully come to you and tell you, Massimo, maybe I'm going to hurt you, but I have to tell you this because I think this is the real thing. And for you, I love you, so I want you to be fine. Have you ever considered that if you take a shower every day, maybe it will be a lot better and you will have a lot more collaboration? Respectful is not that. Trust is about competence, of course. Trust is intimacy, so there's a human aspect on trust. So it seems, I feel like there's people I get along easier than others. Trust is about reliability. And reliability is also about being coherent and living with integrity. But most of all, trust is about altruism. If I'm selfish, you will not trust me. if I do care only about my own businesses and things, you will not trust me. Altruism is something we are losing, but it's one of the costs we'll have to pay for a sustainable future. We need to become altruists. Solidarity. Remember that sustainability means having a system capable to satisfy our needs without compromising future generation needs. This is sustainability. In addition, leadership is not about power. Leadership is not about power. Leadership is about vision and responsibility. A leader must feel he's taking care of people, companies, money, an entire country. So he is responsible for that. He's not there because he has the power. He has to help people. So this is very important. For example, this is happening a lot in companies. Being a cash machine, so I'm leading my company, I do only care about very short-term results because are those that gives me the most of the money, because at the end of the year I will get a lot of money. Well, it is proven that this doesn't mean we are always creating value for the company. It's not the same. It is not the same. So this is very important. Leader should be a leader. As leader, we should feel responsible, altruistic, and we should have values like being respectful with our mates, colleagues, and people of the country. Okay, this is very, very, very important. As leader, we should be able to create a soft environment where people feel free, for example, to say and think, to take a best decision. If the leadership style is terror, and we have a genius in our company, he will not raise his hand. He will not just state the idea. And comes, we always think it's clear. The environment must be respectful. People must have an open mind, because there's a very important rule. We will never know the newest idea from. Otherwise, trust me, we will not be here. We will all be in front of this person's house, waiting to be the first one to get the new idea. The new idea may come from every one of us. So we have to be, when we sit at the table to take a decision, we need to be open-minded. If someone raises his hand to state his own idea, we need to listen. We need to listen. Then we think about it, and then we may say this is a stupid idea. But we cannot say this is stupid just because it comes out of our, construction of the word, because it is being demonstrated that the word is not the one we think it is. It may be very, very different. So, respectful, open-minded, a soft environment, an environment where people feel free to think and say the unthinkable, ready to challenge, so ready to say what we really think. Different people, it's a competitive advantage. I've always said that. Different people may look at the same problem from different point of view. So can extrapolate all the elements that the leaders must take into consideration to take the best decision. If you have 5 people saying just yes, you will not get any contribution to your decision-making process. Okay? And there's a final word, which is very, very important. It's maybe the most important. Please remember this word. This word is humility. But humility is not about accepting everything. Someone tells me something and I do it. No, this is not humility. Humility means that I know my capabilities, but I also know my limits, and I also know that I cannot do everything on my own. I need help. If I have to study, I have to come to this school and study. If I don't know something, I need help. Being humble means that you're curious, you're open-minded. You look at the market. Even if you are successful, you don't give your success for granted forever. So you study and you always set and ready to react to changes, okay? So finally, I would say that the cost that we have to pay for a sustainable future are altruism, respect, accountability, and being humble. But I also want to add that, in my opinion, we cannot consider those costs. Those are investments. And those are values that would allow us to live a better world together. Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you very much. Great honor for me to be here. Thank you.